Prior to the introduction of municipal garbage collection in 1910, residents and businesses in Victoria employed private haulers known as scavengers. Scavengers drove their horses and wagons around the city to collect waste. Their carts were usually equipped with covered compartments to contain the smell and a bell to inform customers of their presence. Aside from garbage collection, scavengers also provided another vital service: night soil collection. Night soil, a polite term used for human waste, was collected from outhouses and privies prior to the widespread use of sewer systems. The name came from the fact that scavengers were, in many places, restricted to retrieving it only in the dead of night due to its horrible smell and objection from residents. The city of Victoria set the hours of night soil collection between midnight and 6 a.m. Unsurprisingly, the job of scavenger was not a coveted position. The work of carting garbage and human waste was dangerous, difficult, and smelly. These workers also needed the means to purchase a horse and wagon. Victoria's black community included teamsters and draymen who had the horses and carts needed to operate as scavengers. Despite the obstacles to employment opportunities for black workers in early Victoria, entrepreneurs such as Arthur Strong and John and William H. Jackson played a prominent role in founding the city's scavenging business. Scavengers faced challenges in their daily work. They worked long hours, sometimes up to 16 in a single shift, and they frequently met opposition from residents for their choice of dumping ground. Everyone wanted the garbage and night soil gone from their property, but no one wanted it disposed of near their homes or within the city. The easily accessible mudflats at James Bay became the preferred dumping ground for Victorians and scavengers alike throughout the 1860s and 1870s. The natural movement of the tide in and out of the bay helped to carry refuse material out to sea. This area, on which the Empress Hotel now stands, once stretched eastwards past the inner harbour almost to where Blanchard Street is today. Prior to the arrival of settlers, the area held low-lying tidal flats rich with clam beds. It is known as Wasakum, or Place of Mud, to the Lekwungen-speaking peoples. Politicians and public health officials frequently cited the James Bay mudflats as a problem dumping area within the city. To deal with the issue, City Council passed a bylaw in 1873, officially barring the dumping of refuse and night soil within city limits. This, however, did little to stop dumping in the flats. By the mid-1880s, the dumping ground at what is now Cook Street Village received much of the residential garbage. Following the construction of the harbour wall in the early 1900s, scavengers and residents again used the mudflats as a dump, this time to assist in the transformation of the bay into a site for the hotel. Scavengers struggled to find dumping sites that would not stir objection from residents. The challenges that scavengers faced are some of the same that we face today. How do we remove our refuse and sewage, and where should it go? How do we keep the smell contained and the neighbors happy? The city's solution to the dumping problem was to open the Telegraph Street Wharf and divert some of the garbage and night soil out to sea beginning in 1892. Dumping on land continued, but the profession of scavenger virtually disappeared as refuse collection became a municipal responsibility by 1910. Today we sometimes employ private haulers to take away materials we cannot add to our collection bins. We might consider them the modern equivalent of scavengers, but the profession has certainly changed since the days of horse and cart.